I was wetting that 3 last time. Once I get me a better shot. Hey, that's Asia. I gotta outdo Mark Williams. Playing no games. He in Charlotte too.
It's your night tonight.
Back.
MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is in our early season power rankings. Of course, a lot should change over the course of the year, but this is where we stand now. You look at the Pelicans. They ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And the Hornets, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Grady Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Ingram in at the 3. And for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Bridges out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. So, Shams, the Raptors finally traded their terrific wings, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. We know how the other team... So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. The Wizard, he's checked in for Mark Williams. Williams comes in for Josh Okogie. Smith checked in for Miller. And it's Trey Mann in for Ball.
Yeah, probably no presence.
There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's the Wizard. Boucher defending. Williams looking over the floor. Mann passes to Williams. 6 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Lets the 3 fly. The Wizard can't hit.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Bridges against Ingram. Boucher with a screen on Bridges.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
It's been all about Miles Bridges for Charlotte. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hornets.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Tell you what, they have outworked the opposition and have capitalized on the putbacks, bagging their own groceries tonight, boys.
So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Chris Boucher. Ingram is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Walter. And it's Shed in at the point. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys in.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Ingram with it, now guarded by Ball. Pass to Boucher for the 3. Rebound by Williams. Hornets leading by 6. Man passes to the Wizard. Pulls up on the wing. Good as the jump shot falls. The Wizards got his first bucket of the night.
Let's go.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Boucher with a screen on Green. Shots good by Boucher.
Chase down block. I need a chase down block.
In pick and rolls, Barrett's size and ability to distribute the rock is elite.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Mark Williams is checked in for the Wizard. Bridges comes in for Grant Williams. Okogie's checked in for Josh Green. And it's Brandon Miller in for Ball.
Brandon, oh.
So it's Charlotte in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break.
They need shoots all around in this one. She just made this bad.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Charlotte Hornets.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
You know, that being said, Shaq, you can't get complacent. Got to keep stepping on that gas pedal.
Show that jumper.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look at the Raptors, I don't look at win-loss records.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Them boys gotta play LeBron. Glad I ain't gotta play LeBron here in the West.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. We're seeing a tremendous game from Scotty Barnes.
The way he was able to finish on the block was in.
We got this game on lock. Oh, man.
He's checked in for Charlotte.
You need a spark. You can do it.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Is it out there with Miles Bridges? And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
On the wing, Bridges, covered by Barnes. Miller outside. And Miller throws it down hard!
And what an incredible talent Miller is.
He did that.
Ferocious finish there.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Pass to Pirtle. Out to Ingram. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. A Wizard with the rebound. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. The Wizard, good.
Well, I tell you, Bridges doing a nice job there, and his teammates appreciate when he looks to get them involved.
To the inside. Pirtle inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for Jakob Pirtle.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Miller dishes to Bridges. A three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Quickly the pass to Barnes. Bounce pass, Dick. Bridges against Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And now Miller running the floor all by himself. Finished off the break. Miller's got 15.
And this is what you like about Miller. He has great range from 3, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Ball feeling it out a bit. The tray. Toronto grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Barnes outside. Barnes slamming it down.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense. Barnes, he can be a producer.
Now here's Ball. 13 points in the game. Sinks the triple. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
pass to Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Bro, I'm getting
Pirtle
cooked.
just making the alley-oop look rather pedestrian. Real easy.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Quickly against Ball. Again, Ball missing.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Toronto Raptors. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
I gotta get my man some speed.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Walter. R.J. Barrett is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Shed in at the one spot. Pass to Ingram. Boucher sets a screen for Ingram. He's looking for Boucher and finds him.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Man passes to Smith. There's the Wizard. That shot, no good. And the Raptors shooting impressively throughout at 62%.
I thought I was about to make that play.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Ingram. Boucher with a screen on Williams. Here's Ingram. A Wizard with the rebound.
Well, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Smith kicks the ball. Out left to the wing. The three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Ingram's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
An aggressive move that time by Ingram, putting up the shot while absorbing the foul.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
I shot a freaking break in slow motion.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte.
Of course I'm sitting on the bench after shooting that brick. Come on, bro. We can't lose. Thank God.
So it's Charlotte picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
sure. I'm trying to get you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where's Speed at? I had to hurry up and get that 3-pointer back out. And then backs out the block. Then backs out good. Driving and standing. No. Exclusive. Not the cooking. No, so in the name of Lil B, I would never. Alright. Let's go.
Solid effort tonight on both ends.
Hey.
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock. MP, you're about to go off.
Huh? What's wrong with her?
Why is she always fussing?
I don't know what you fussing about. Hold on, I was playing a game. Hello?
Go somewhere.
What is she talking about? I thought you was in the bed asleep.
I can't. I ain't sleep. I'm trying to listen to my story. She
Uh,
coming there asking me something about some nerves and some equipment. My ass ain't been on it yet to see what it's like.
she gonna telling me something was wrong with you while I was playing the game just then.
She need to stay out of here because I'm tired of she done been on here 10 times.
I done stopped playing my player. I thought it was an emergency for real. I know. All right. I'm drawing draw.
You look fast, Zeke.
Gotta find my shot. Might be good. I made the first one off rip. Made the second one off rip. Let's go. Ooh, that's it. That's my shot right here. Right here from the S. I got a little too hyped on that. I know I didn't get it though.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. And a look at the injury situation. 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to overcome.
You have 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Looking at the starting 5 for Boston. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Torrey Craig out there with Luke Cornett, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges, and it's Okogie in at the 3. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Here we go. It'll be the Horn.
I can't lose it. Oh my God. Hell, we're getting squalled. We cooked.
Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Cadis checked in for Cornett. Al Horford comes in for Craig. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday.
I had to shoot the lights off.
Trey Mann out there with LaMelo Ball. Then it's Smith. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's the Wizard in at the 5, down low. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life.
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Brown. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Look, that was good defense, but Brown, he's just too good and just continues all the way through.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward. Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Now here's Ball. Coming off a solid outing against Toronto. Nifty move. The Wizard passes to Mann. Just 4 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. The Wizard's shot is off.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Horford. Inside. Brown inside. Covered by Smith. Hauser. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Mark Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Brandon Miller comes in for Smith. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Hauser. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Clock is at 3. Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Here's Mann. Misses, and you know he wants that one back. Boston's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. To the wing on the left. Holiday passes to Brown. Down low. Cornette with the bucket. Cornette's got his second basket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Sinks the tray. Boston has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Outside, Brown to the paint. Cornette with the bucket. Cornette's got 6 points.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Cool.
Charlotte making some changes. Bridges comes in for Ball. And Okogie is subbed in for Mann. Craig is checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Brown. Minute 32 left in the second quarter. Pass to Okogie. Here's the Wizard. Hey, from beyond the arc. Nails it from 3. The Wizards got 6 here in the quarter.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Pritchard, the pass to Craig. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Celtics?
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time. And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Holiday finds White. Craig with a screen on Bridges. Here's White into the lane, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the 3-ball.
29 seconds left to play in the first half. White can't hit.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Oh,
the Wizards' shot is
God.
off. Risky strategy here. I mean, shifting their offense more to the outside. We'll see.
Craig on the wing. From the arc. And there's White. That's good on the assist from Craig. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so it's Boston. Already up 26 points as this quarter ends. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
I'm coming back in there. But at least this way. And just shoot lights out now.
Do everything else. rebounds, but if you don't take care of the boards, you're, well, you know what I'm going to say.
Your goose is cooked? And now let's take a look at our power rankings and see who's ahead in the early going. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
They're cooking.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, this
All right, MP, get back in there.
Definitely 6% to go. That'll be someone like me.
RJ displaying at a faster pace work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
Good on the shot.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Charlotte has gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. On the floor for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Torrey Craig out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Cornette in at the center position. The 3 from Craig. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
Great, that's for you.
11 points.
I love
the
decision
you're supposed to eat that yesterday.
You want the ball in Holiday's hands.
Ball passes to the Wizard. Hey, expanding his range. It's hauled in by White.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Brown. There's the drive and the jam by Brown.
Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Well,
clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And you look at Derek White, Richard. The energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Yo.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass.
I gotta lock in,
strong
bro.
for the slam.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Ball into the lane, to the inside. Bridges passes to the Wizard. And the layup is good off the glass.
Got it.
11 points in the game.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Outside White. 1:10 left to play in the third. And here's Brown for 3. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Holiday against Ball. Pass to the Wizard. Off target from 3-point range. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. From the baseline. And that one's long. Well, the Hornets shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Miller, the pass to Ball. Goes up from the top of the key. And Craig pulls it down.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Outside White. Back to Cornette. To the middle. Here's Craig. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
Get my goose cooked.
Brown's got 6 assists in the game.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball. Really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And so it's the Boston Celtics building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up 38 points at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. LaMelo Ball is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Grant Williams. Then it's Smith. And it's the Wizard in at the 5 spot. That's the Hornets 5. Here's Shireman. He's guarded by Mann. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. Here's Shireman. Here's Horford. Ball with the rebound. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
Here's Pritchard. And that one hits the back iron. So it's the Hornets now. Outside, Williams. Left side man. Here's the Wizard. Oh, what was that about? Not a good shot right there. And for Boston, they're shooting the ball with purpose. They're 68% from the field. Back to Pritchard.
Does it look better on the TV?
Boston, no good that time either.
I was streaming at 1080p. I was wondering, should I bump up to 4K or not?
Too dangerous from the three-point line.
I
First
can't
minute and
really
a
tell
half of basketball played here in the fourth.
They want to set a low block. I can't get down there. Clock.
Inside. Here's the Wizard. Oh yes.
I had to shoot a dirt shot.
For Boston, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good.
Bro, Charlotte's such a lost cause.
Get that.
And he made it.
And
What?
He's on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition.
About third,
this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if they're...
Jesus Christ. This right here.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
When I got in the game. Ain't nothing I can do. Just give me my VC. I know my creative stuff tried to make it look realistic, so I came up in what did I pick for my hometown? Durham, and then I had to go to Charlotte. It's weird to come in. I don't know if you've seen the first stream of this, but like it's kind of like
you win some, you lose some.
But that's the main line of the story. How do I okay, I was about to say I'm pressing the button, but it won't let. Yeah, the NBA line of the deal objectives is I gotta become the starter now. Yeah, if I become the starter, all right, I gotta go practice, get some skill. Get some GC. They only give you 100 though, but that's what I'm doing. NBA challenges. See how they get so much more VC, and then you get the season XP level up. It kind of like boosts your stats. You can boost your stats faster doing the NBA. And you can sit in the paint. Oh, greatest.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic, and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP, and he will only be better with an expanded role.
Alright. I bet you it's another rebound drill. Oh, it's not offense related. Yep, rebound drill. Should I go medium or hard? I skunked them on medium last time. Alright, we're gonna try hard. Let me just get some practice in. Alright, boom, that's what we want. We want stuff like that to be happening. Alright, put give me your efficiency, Tim. Let's go. Go ahead and close him out.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he beat me to it. I let off the freaking. What you who? Oh.
Just like that.
I got so slow. That's the ones that scare me. The ones I gotta defender. Made my 7-1, so fall if I ever inside it. Oh, he stacked it over me. That's crazy. Bro, what? I ain't feeling that.
One more.
How did he snag it over me? Bro, what? Now that I messed up the last two, that's crazy. What? I ain't got no speed. I can't do that. I managed to get level 2.
I see you doing work.
Ooh, that was a hard shot. I don't know if I like the flick and let go of the analog stick more, or if I like the doggone the actual shoot with the analog stick. I think I like the actual shoot with the analog stick. I don't know how they put them both in one stick though. feel like, man, this camera angle in practice is weird. Pass to the rock. What? There we go. There we go. You would have thought that was going in. Alright. She won't want a good measure. With the rock. I gotta remember I can in that straight. From the parking lot.
Yo, MP, let's go. Let's go, MP.
I should have picked the Warriors or somebody,
The other
but
team's already worried about stopping you.
I tried to make it true to where I live at, so when I picked freaking North Carolina, my hometown, the story mode is set up that you get. It's just crazy. I should have told the story and went with LeBron James. Then I would have to outperform AD though. That would have been crazy. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I just thought about that. Having to go up against somebody like AD for a star role might be crazy. Oh, I'm high in the corner right now. Tell you the truth, the little meter be messing me up. I don't look at the meter. Looking at the guy. Uh.
Welcome to 2K Sports live Saturday night coverage of the NBA.
I'm trying to get
Thanks
that.
for
I'm trying to
tuning
make
in.
enough to get that bar for
Tonight,
so I
we'll see
can
the
start
Boston
the game on
Celtics
5.
as they play against the Charlotte Hornets here at Spectrum Center.
Probably my
I'm
last
Kevin
game
Harlan
of
with
this,
Greg
yeah.
Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Cornette in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. So Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about two things. It's about maturity, one, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
We got smoked in the first game. About 40. Okay. Cooking on this game.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nurkic checked in for Mark Williams. The Wizard comes in for Miles Bridges. Smith checked in for Josh Okogie. And it's Trey Mann in for Brandon Miller.
All right. Defense helping my man.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Horford. Jaylen Brown out there with Holiday.
Get that out of here.
And it's Queta in at the 5.
Oh, I gotta stay.
Here's
Get that out of here. Get that out of
Three
here.
chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown
I just
and
knew I
Jason
was
Tatum.
gonna make that.
He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position.
Get that mess
but
out
they
of
don't
here.
have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back to even remember a couple years ago, there was some
might
thought
get
that maybe
that
one
from the
would be
other
traded.
game.
I'm glad they're still together. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
You can see the work Jaylen Brown has put in to become a range shooter. Nice.
Cooking.
Nailed from three-point land. Ball's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hornets.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
On the wing, Brown. Defended by Man. Shot clock at 6. Horford the pass to Holiday. From deep three-point land, it's rebounded by Charlotte. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they
all right.
absolutely need his productivity.
Now Holiday after the missed 3 from the Wizard. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. He gets that one. Holiday's got 9 points.
Yeah, Holiday has the mid-range in his arsenal, boy. Doesn't matter where he is on the floor, you better contest.
Here's Ball. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Come on,
Last
Ball.
time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win
Oh,
because of that bench production.
get that out of
Second
here.
might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to
I
keep an
blocked
eye
it
on.
in
We'll
the
see how
goal.
the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
Here's Man, following the basket by Al Horford. Three-pointer, and it's LaMelo Ball with the 3. He's got 16.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Brown do break.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Mark Williams is checked in for Nurkic. Bridges comes in for Smith. Okogie's checked in for Trey Mann. And it's Brandon Miller in for Ball. Here's Cornette. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. Pass to Craig.
Oh, boy.
Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
He cooked
I mean,
me.
the number of points
I'm
they
getting
scored in the
cooked by
paint
him.
already
God.
here, it is eye-opening.
Miller outside. Shoots a 3.
Oh.
The Wizard can't hit.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter
No, I'm
was
just
their
jacking them up
aggressiveness
right now,
to
but
draw the contact, putting the defense on the
I'm trying to
defensive.
get that badge real quick.
Here's Pritchard. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far. Pass to the Wizard. This one for 3. Rebound Boston. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in, to score. Their intensity and focus.
He got it up.
Oh.
Released in time, but no good. And the first half
Bro,
is now in the
what?
books. Hornets lead by 10. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
Man, I can't hit none right now. feel like I'm
Hello and
playing
welcome.
on Hall of
Before we
Fame.
take a look at the action from the first half,
you look at the Celtics. This is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy.
Yeah.
You're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah.
let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the Charlotte Hornets. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We're up by 10, and I've been breaking.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the book. Man.
Mark said hello.
He's checked in for the Hornets.
You got this, MP.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Wizard out there with Bridges, and it's a Kogi in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. The Wizard can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
There's Brown with the 3. Hornets with the rebound. Bridges got his 5th rebound in this one. You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
All for the ball there, no.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Ball. Cornette, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Take me out of the
And
game,
with the
folks.
monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Charlotte.
To the wing on the left. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on White. Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Mark Williams is checked in for Charlotte. And the Celtics also making a change. Al Horford's checked in for Torrey Craig. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Just 5 on the clock. Cornette kicks to White. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Charlotte moving it around. Right side, Ball. Down low, here's the Wizard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
My man out.
Here's Brown. Rebound by Williams.
Oh.
Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Al Horford with the rebound. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics.
Can't shoot, boy.
Outside, Horford. 3-pointer. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And then we get
Horford's got 7 points.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
There's Ball with the 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Brown. 40 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Pritchard. Over in the corner, White. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Out to the right wing. Ball to pass to Williams. Here's the Wizard.
It's early. Oh, my Jesus.
Here's Pritchard. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
Man.
And so it's Charlotte riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'm supposed to get a 3-point shooter.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Jaylen Brown out there with Holiday. Then there's Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. Here's the Wizard. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And not doing his team any favors jacking up 3-pointers. He needs to realize that right away.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Yeah, the old flick jumper is
Smith outside, launches it, hands it from downtown.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
And here's Holiday. Brown outside. Horford sets a screen for Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
I need more speed.
Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Fires for 3. Man can't hit. The Celtics shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Hauser the pass to Queta. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Driving the lane, and they pick up 2.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Curry with the bounce pass. Here's the Wizard. Misses
oh, my God. That was
Celtics
the worst shot I've
one of
said all
3
game.
from the field to start the 4th quarter. They get it back and finished off by Brown.
Then he put me on the post.
Shooting, the scoring, it's all clicking right now
I gotta
for
make
Jaylen
1
Brown.
Pass to Jeffries. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Outside Curry. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. Coach. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Oh, man.
Charlotte leading by 20. Smith outside. Williams scanning the floor. Inside, here's Mann. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Craig. Here's Cornette, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Charlotte making a switch here. Green's checked in. And he makes the first but misses the second. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hornets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them
on the parking lot
of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And ever win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LaMelo Ball.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Nice shot by Smith.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Pass to Cornette. The Celtics working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Holiday, the pass to Cornette. And the layup's good off the glass.
Now,
man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
They set the pick. Here's Mann, and he lays it straight in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Berg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Where'd she go?
They really thought they had a chance.
All right, take a little break. Early back. Okay.